Fala aí galera, aqui é o DannyVegas e hoje eu trouxe para vocês aqui esse joguinho que eu achei muito bonitinho a história, que é o Thomas Was Alone. Thomas estava sozinho. E o jogo é autoexplicativo, vocês vão entendendo aí. Vamos botar aqui o New Game. A música é bem envolvente. Bom, então é isso.
Was alone. Wow, a weird first thought to have.
Bom, você é esse retângulozinho vermelho simpático. Você usa as setas do teclado para se movimentar. E você tem que atingir esses portais aqui.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
O Thomas, ele tá começando a ter noção de algumas coisas ao mundo ao redor dele. Esse que é o bonito do jogo. Que ele era para ser uma inteligência artificial normal. Ele só tá ali cumprindo o papel dele. Mas ele vai descobrindo o verdadeiro significado da vida, né? Vida dele.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
Que bonitinho. Thomas aprendeu a pular. Ah lá, que gracioso.
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
Consegui.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Paranoia. Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
Thomas tá ficando inteligente.
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious.
Ah, meu Deus.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided. Chris was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
Ele está se sentindo sozinho. O pequeno Thomas está sozinho.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper.
Aí sai Thomas.
He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Alguém arranja alguém pro Thomas ficar. Tá sozinho. Ele tá se sentindo sozinho, galera. Alguém. Alguém, eu estou sozinho. Por favor. Eu quero um amigo.
Immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
Quem esse merda acha que é? Eu sou Thomas. Muito prazer. Oi, Thomas. Eu sou Chris. Mas pode me chamar de Christopher. Tudo bem, Christopher. Mas você vai precisar de ajuda. Eu não preciso de ajuda. Eu posso chegar no meu portal sozinho. Cusão. Eu quero ajuda. Me ajuda. Eu disse. Olha, cara.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not technically graceful, it's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Droga. Oh não, preciso de ajuda. Cadê o otário do Thomas? Estou a caminho! Ah, meu Deus! Vem! Estou aqui! Valeu, trouxa.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Aí, otário, tu não consegue vir aqui, ó, trouxão. Eu consigo, ó. Chupa essa aí, chupa essa manga. Haha, agora eu posso ir sozinho. Merda, preciso de ajuda. Ai, lá vamos nós.
Great, great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile. Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Well, Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure.
Eu gosto da minha aventura.
Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Vamos lá. Tá bom. Chris! Chris! Que é? Preciso de ajuda! Eu preciso de ajuda! Tô indo. Vem. Valeu! Ah, não! Caramba! E agora? Eu caí, é seguro! Valeu. Ah.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Eu quero divórcio, mas só para alguns levels. Mas por quê? Porque eu quero, porra! Tá bom! Não preciso ser grosso e vou me matar! Merda! Tem respawn nesse caralho! Bom, galera, tirando esses diálogos aí engraçadinhos, eu acho, vamos ficar por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado do vídeo e até a próxima, galera. É isso, abraços.